Today, we're going to be ranking a man with a killing fetish versus literal godlike beings from the show. Will this plastic wrap hold a full-blooded Viltrumite? The answer might surprise you.
Surprise, motherfucker.
In no particular order, here's the characters in alphabetical order. Hang on. Listen. Yes, Omni Man has destroyed entire civilizations. He's almost and has a sick mustache. But Dexter has plot armor. So what happens if Dexter's feeling a bit itchy about his next kill, and he sees Omni Man on the news taking the subway with Mark? Ding ding, he fits the code. Let's say Omni Man's identity was kept secret and he just went right back to his life with Mark and Debbie after season 1. But Dexter knew who it was. So what's his plan of attack then? Has he got any hope? Well guys, you would be shocked to find out he's not got a f***ing chance. Omni Man took a mega laser and an atomic bomb to the bollocks, and all he came out of it with was a bloody nose. Don't even give me that Batman prep time shit. Seriously, what is Dexter gonna do? Horse tranquilizer probably wouldn't work, the needle would even pierce his skin, and I don't care if Dexter is a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. He could be a level 200 battle pass bonus style belt, and he ain't doing enough to scratch Omni Man. Steven Seagal has a better chance, and he's the greatest fighter of the past century. No knife would hurt him, no dark passenger monologue would scare him. Tonight's the night Dexter dies. Another Viltrumite. I have it out for Dexter today, lads, but I'm giving him a little bit of a break because thankfully, Mark in the early parts of the story doesn't have even 10% of the combat skills Omni Man has. And he's not a psycho, so he's always holding back. Do I have to explain how Mark would fit the code? Yes, I know he's a good guy, but the amount of deaths that he's unintentionally caused make the Trinity killer look like William. It'd be easy to see that he's more dangerous than helpful, so Dexy boy would be eyeing him up for his next kill. But here's the thing. Mark is mixed Asian, so technically he's off limits, as Dexter, despite being a serial killer, is of course tolerant and progressive. So instead of Mark, he chooses to kill Willie. No, hang on. Amber. Okay, we're gonna make Mark fully white for this because again, Dexter is of course the most inclusive and tolerant serial killer and would never, ever hurt someone's feelings. So, does a white Mark have any chance against the dark passenger?
Yeah, I guess.
And now that Dexter can confidently kill him without affecting his conscience, I think we're in for a good shot now here, fellas. But we have to be careful when he takes him on. Season 1 Mark? Well, I mean, he's got about 10-20 minutes in the first season before he gets his powers. Then after that, Dex is absolutely f***ed. Mark has had his ass handed to him a good few times throughout the show. Battle Beast, his dad. But Dexter, sadly, isn't either a giant lion humanoid monster thing or an 80s porn star. So, unfortunately, the best Dexter might be able to do is convince him he's only causing death and have him leave the planet. Listen, I don't know, okay? What do you want from me? He's 5'10" and he's in his 40s by the last season, for f***'s sake. I kind of feel bad putting all these mad bastards against Dexter, so I'm gonna give him a fair chance for this one, right?
This neighborhood's gonna kill me.
Amber. Now, she doesn't exactly fit the code, seeing as she volunteers, at a homeless shelter and loves helping people. But let's just use our imagination on this one, okay? And let's pretend the volunteer work is just a cover, so she can kill hobos and shit in their soup. It happens, ask Johnny Depp. These Ambers are f***ing freaky. So, Dexter finds out there's homeless men digging around in scat soup, and he's furious. How dare you feed the homeless? He finds out Amber is a scat man and he knows it's time for her to take a forever trip to Spain just like the other Amber. She's a human, thank God. Finally, no Viltrumites. Yes, Dex may still be tolerant and progressive, but he draws the line at helping the homeless. Right, her routine, basic, everyday, school, help hobos, be a bitch to Mark, simple. Dexter knows the best time to get her is probably in between school and hobos, but definitely before being a bitch. Gets the kill room up, and he asks the Invincible fans if they have any objections, and you better believe they don't. The plan is a go. Right before she goes to the shelter, boom, needle in the neck, smelling salts, wakey wakey Amber baby.
You're what?
I'm gonna kill you, I have to.
Prove it.
She kind of just complains for about 10 minutes and doesn't really do anything else at all valuable. So Dex grabs his rare pickaxe, and it really is that easy. Wow, that was quick. It's almost as if she could have been killed off much sooner and nobody would have even noticed. Respect, Dexter, respect. A 63-year-old, skinny, bald old man versus the Bay Harbor Toucher. Is it close? In a typical setting, Dex is going full McGregor and bouncing his fist off of Cecil's head for the fun of it. But Cecil, as we know, isn't your usual old man you're used to going on dates with to fund your college course. What Cecil lacks in strength, power, and hair, he makes up for it every bit and more with the full backing and resources of the US government. Yes! Okay, alright, yep. You need a mega laser shot down from a satellite? Bet. $7.5 billion every time I want to teleport instead of using my old man legs? Thank you, taxpayers. Who needs superpowers when you have the IRS? Dexter would have to essentially make his way into the GDA to get Cecil, which technically he could do because, of his specialist job in law enforcement. Gets in the door, but there's absolutely no way he'd be able to sneak in and neutralize Cecil without the amount of cameras in the GDA building that would spot him. There's Rihanna men, armed guards, crazy alien weaponry, and even if Dexter somehow gets him on his table, Cecil will probably just teleport out in his skid-marked underwear. I don't want to say it's impossible for Dexter to kill Cecil, but when you see Omni Man even struggling to catch him at the end of season 1, you've got to think, why hasn't Cecil gotten a hair transplant with all that tech? Bald.